Hello and welcome, and from the heart of Scary Movie Central, Child's Play. I don't know if that's how they intended it, but Minecraft's always had a healthy dose of Halloween fun, and Child's Play is certainly a classic, so we'll give them the credit, the nod, right? All right, let's get this thing going. While I say thanks so much for dropping by, I hope if it's your first time, you'll hang out. I'm Hambbage. We play hardcore vanilla Minecraft here, and we're going to dive right back into our Toehold on Eternity world here today. As we do every day, our top priority is to not die, and beyond that, in a not too distant second place, is getting Nether quartz, a bit of which we see right ahead of us there. And this is, as you know, each Minecraft episode kind of is a continuation of the previous. We have lots and lots to do, and are really in the midst of a build of a barn, a big red barn in our base area back home, and are kind of out on a break for supplies at this point. So that's what we're doing. And my opening there with Child's Play was a little bit into reference on myself. I'd wrapped up the last episode saying I had some scary movies to watch, and it being the day before Halloween now, I have continued that trend a little bit more. So what's all on my watch list? Well, most recently, I think starting after the last episode, I watched Secret Window, the Stephen King, kind of more of a thriller, really, like a psychological thriller than a sheer horror movie. And that was great. Liked it, kind of, to my mind, a little predictable. I thought. And I don't think I'd ever seen that before and just forgotten it or anything like that. I think it was it's kind of just anticipating how it was gonna go out, but no intentionally spoiling any of these, even though I know they're old. Then the next one that I watched of note, anyway, was Children of the Corn, another Stephen King classic, and one that I knew of. I knew all the kind of the characters around it and everything and what was going on, but I honestly think I was a little kid when I last watched that and never made it all the way through. And certainly at this point, I don't find it as scary as all that. It's a little dated. The scary special effects aren't quite what they used to be, but some of the sentiments are certainly still there. And I think, well, I was going to say, even more so now as our world becomes smaller, we're all more interconnected, and any communities that don't kind of fit in with that, places where the whole internet culture and stuff don't take off as much, that you kind of think of with small town Nebraska or any of those places. While that may not be true, some of you guys may be in small areas, and in a lot of ways, I think rural and non-urban settings drive the internet culture a lot more because those are the families and kids that have been looking for just such tools of interconnected and communication and stuff their whole lives. So anyway, thought that was great. My shout out, and the reason that if I had watched it all the way through, the reason it felt like a new movie to me now is because I know I had never watched all the way through The Stand or anything like that prior to, so I've become a lot more familiar with Stephen King's works in the time since, and I think that's the huge payoff there is you get a lot more of the interconnected worlds of his works. when all those when you have read the other work. So I was at least watching it on another level, and I don't know how much I didn't and haven't bothered to look online to see, like, how much the director was trying to follow directly. It's a short story expanded into a movie for one thing, but you can sense the similarities of worlds within them, and the Isaac character certainly brings those things to mind. So it's a good one. I enjoyed it. Then I can't even remember what it was. As I was falling asleep, I had something on. It totally escapes me right now. Maybe it'll pop back to mind. And then today, before recording, I watched. Oh man, what was the title now? Classic horror movie, I think is what it's called. It's like a Netflix original Italian-made horror movie, and I thought it was pretty good for what it maybe was in the budget and everything. Thought it was pretty well done. It didn't didn't make me think, oh, that's the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life or anything like that. But it fit the bill for the day of pre-Halloweening, for sure. So that was pretty cool, and kept it all in the mood. And then I kind of kind of was like, all right, it's time. I want to get going here. So I switched over to recording, but I was actually in the middle of another Netflix original, Army of Thieves, which, gosh, came from. Oh man, now we got a pig already. This may not. Much as I'd love to entertain you guys, we may have to save those for the side rails. Because with pigs, I think we're best just prioritizing our strengths. And I'm hoping that all that wall, we'll explore it here once we get our little bridge finished up. I'm hoping that that's all nether waste and we've moved into the next biome and can kind of turn most of this episode to harvest. I know we've been talking here a little bit about movies and all that, not really the game so much in our immersion. But yeah, that's the goal here, is hopefully to really gather up a bunch of quartz and gold, do another kind of ranging exploration episode, and maybe follow that up with some more building today. I don't know. I think following this episode, as usual, I'll have to take a little break while this one processes up and gets going. There's going to be a football game on, and I don't know how closely I want to follow along with it, but I'll probably catch the beginning of it. The timing should line up pretty well there. See how it's going along, and then whether that translates into me following like a second half score, and recording while we do it, or coming back kind of in the evening time and doing things then. We'll see. See how it all plays out. All right, let's switch here. Ooh, we're not going to get a whole lot put away here, are we? Let's pull these out. That can go in. Buys us another few stacks. I'd rather do that. This. We'll need both stone and cobble. Every time I catch that edge, not intentionally, I think 3 should probably do it. We'll do 3 in this little extra bit. And then maybe for the stone. Probably let's just leave those actually. Come back and put away any extras, pick up all the boxes, and then do our exploring gathering bit. Unless we find we're not in Nether Wastes. So yeah, for the world, depending on our run, and we won't be in as big a hurry just to rush back, I don't think, on this one. We're going to really try to load up on quartz. Now that we're down to just using the stairs and finishing up the roof angle, it would be nice to have that over and done with. Okay, come on. There it is. Game can't just let us have nice things, can it? Stop! Ugh. Why does it do that at certain random points? It's not a big deal. We can just go back and clean up here, but it is frustrating when you're holding at a point that's working well for all these in a row, and then just boom, 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 boom. Like, what happened? What changed? Anyway, just about done with this little bridge building bit here. It's kind of a nice way to get back into the game for today. Nice little kind of mindless project that, aside from my having to get my coordination here back down. Why? Wow. Hey! Alright, we got that side done. At least not too painfully, I might add. I don't think we're gonna have enough, right? I got us down to 3 stacks. I was under the impression this was oh, that's a sad sight. Oh well. More tunneling. Just get back in, as long as the fire is burning. Oh, I've got like a little, I don't know if it's a crumb or what. I don't really eat here. Something on my mouse pad. As soon as we get this cleaned up, I'm gonna lift up the mouse and kind of knock it out and see if I can get whatever it is off. Boop, boop. One more of those should do it now. We'll pick up everything else. This blue box is done. grab a new one while I've got it. And that's why we hang on to a few extra of these. Alright. Smooth, easy placing, right? That's what we're gonna do. Merciless. Merciless for that poor little guy. Alright. So, yeah, sadly, this is all continuing. It's a cool biome. I'm not hating on it, but it's not what we're looking for easy quartz gathering. That's certain. Alright. Let's see what we've got to work with here. Oh, there's quartz already. Thank you, game. And this could be an edge, I guess, if it's that deep. And technically this, in my mind that could all be stone there, but stone is a bit more of a valued commodity. I don't know that it's greatly so, but it has an extent. You gotta gather it, and we have less of it certainly than we do the netherrack, so let's kind of extend this out a bit. And that seems pretty out there. Get you safely away. Don't mind a bit more care on some of these. And probably with that overhang, we were okay. We didn't really need it. Maybe what we'll do is do 2 edges here and then netherrack the middle. I don't know. We should just keep it uniform. It's not like stone is that tough to come by. But I do often wonder on some of these, how many times are we ever going to be back here? Does it really matter? And it may not, but I tell you, it is often very maddening that so we'll see. I think I'm less concerned about ghasts and all that. Just hanging out here than I am I know I'm prone to bouts of selective blindness here, but we don't seem to get any gravel anymore from the blocks. And I don't know if that's just luck in the lava. I mean, it's actually a good thing. I shouldn't waste the time that we're gaining with not having to deal with it by wondering about it, but... Well, this is... something. I don't mind the bridging. I should say that right out the front. I'm not complaining about it. As you guys, some of you may know from several worlds where I don't shy away from doing it, even though it's a little bit repetitive and consumes a lot of materials, and especially when you get it up to ice highways and stuff. It takes time, we spent lots of episodes on the old ice highways, and even in this world, there's been a good stack of episodes that we've been focused really just on making this network of roads. The payoffs are huge, right? Obviously, we can so much more easily connect to the overworld that it really does come in handy. But you can accomplish those same things in the underground areas a lot more quickly when you're just doing the tunnel with a silk touch and fortune efficiency pick. Yeah, see, look, I'm not getting any. Is that a difference? Or have I just not noticed that at all, that we don't get any of the gravel with the fortune? I mean, at least right now, we'll gladly trade it out for the flint. Trade with Franny and get the emeralds and all the XP and everything else that comes with it, but maybe I knew that. Just hadn't thought of it in a long time. I don't know. Doesn't stand out, though. Alright, well, this is a particularly tedious little stretch here. Let's go back and get our... Ooh, getting sloppy. Usually, maybe it's just when they're taller and we're doing the upper levels, I can just shoot right through. Like, oh, there's lava. Gonna have to turn around and deal with that. Not so much when it's only a block above your head, I guess, though. Alright, so this is what we'd like to do, is get this path done now. And then once we start digging out the magma and replacing everything, we'll be at least as wide as we had, or as wide as we're going to be. Okay, and this is, well, no, it's not. And these are all full. Let's go back. We'll do all our chest management down on these bridges. Oh, we want to check for masks too. I'm not sure what the timing is on the Halloween set changes for Minecraft. But they're certainly fun. Alright, so this is what we're talking about. Let's get all but... Oh, we may actually need two there. Put that away, and then we're going to need another box. We're not even to the point of one of these, so pick them up. This tunnel could go on for ages now. And that and that. Surest way that I have of getting getting us right back out to the open again. But yeah, like I was saying, I really do welcome some of these open expanses where you get a little more. Now this one doesn't have it. You don't get the view, but when it opens up and you can see kind of way up above your head and land masses and all that, it's cool. I like it. So I'll keep working towards those, or at least enjoying them when we're confronted with having to do the bridge building. But I really hope that by the time we break out through, let's just check here, still crimson here. Hope when we get to the other side of all this that it's not. Good, well, got them all. Alright, good. So we'll take it if this is really just a big pocket of that stuff. Oh, nice. I expected we were kind of maybe coming back up on more lava, but it's not always the case. Well, it's nice while it lasted. And now we're going to have to get out an axe. And I would expect we will get mobbed at some point in this by the pigs. The hoglins. Don't think we're digging out a hoe just to clean these up. I hope this tree doesn't go. Okay, that's all it's got. Axe doesn't do much better here, but I'll go ahead and try to take these up to 5. Oh, goodness. Alright. Let's try to clean up some of all this. We can at least make use of this guy there. And now we gotta come back enough so that we don't aggro them. So remember, they are not real good about letting us access our own stuff. Get a little defensive. Don't have a real clear understanding of yours and mine. And what's shearing and what's stealing. Let's try this and see. We may end up with a lot of patching. So it's been a little unfortunate that our soul sands, where we found them, have been relatively small. I think we can still do some building on the ceiling that would meet our needs for ghasts. But come on. We're almost done here. This is all we're going to do. We won't do the walls and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't slow down the big pigs. If they've got ground on it, I mean, they won't cross the lava, so there's nothing there. And they'll hop over the edges if there isn't anyway, so much for that. I guess we'll have to see what this unfolds as. If there's a ton of these trees, we're gonna have to get the hoe out. Let's do this first. How did I miss that one? So I just want to see if this is going to go for a bit or... what was that breaking sound? You guys heard a breaking sound, right? Maybe that was up above. I don't see that we lost anything too important there. And the good news is this doesn't seem to be... What? Why? Why we got beef? I didn't open a box. Oh, my gold helmet wore off. There was a break. Okay, well... That's something I didn't think about at all. A lot less durability to the fire. Okay, so we need this. I guess we'll get out the hoe then. Tools. So there's our real helmet, and there's our hoe. My little piggy head, look, all my bristles got sizzled. Okay. This goes back in, and we'll pull this because we're going to get a whole bunch of little random pieces here. With our fungi friends. Alright, let's heal up a bit and then get our hoe. And like I said, this is kind of the way I'd prefer to play, although not in the Crimson Forest, because of anywhere, this is where the what are they, the piglins they can sneak on you better, right? That they can come from behind trees. You can't get good shots at them to deal with them in advance. It's really much more of a mess in general. And having an open-topped valley amid them is not ideal. It's kind of cool looking. I think it's just gravel or something, but I was like, ooh, what's that structure? And mercifully, hopefully, I don't think we're quite... Oh, we are there already. Ooh, well, that's good. Let's take a little pause here. We are at 37 minutes. It's coffee sipping time for me. All right. Back in here. First things first. Let's get rid of all of this. Now we should put back our hoe, which will guarantee that we'll go up there. Oh, and then immediately discover a whole bunch more crimson that were like near the edge of it, but it's much more convenient to take it out of the way to travel. This is a little silly. Okay. Oh. Not a big deal. Just would have been nice to put those away while we had a shot. Alright. Lots of time. No idea if this is a path to wondrous fortune or nothing, but we'll certainly give it a chance, right? Oh! Okay. Throw that up there so we can find it again. I mean, I don't mind getting dropped through the floor if it's to put me on a bed of quartz. That's what we're hunting, right? Just a nice little pocket room. Never would have found it. I love that. Since, as I'd mentioned, okay, there's our stairs. As I'd mentioned in the past, I've been kind of off and on playing some Skyrim again recently. Just, kind of pastime, true sense of a video game to just chill out and have some fun. And I Ooh, that's a fun surprise. Hi. Now, way up here like this, you're usually only going to ever get one. They're rare enough, and the amount that they come in, as well as their frequency for the ancient debris, is subject to their Y level. So when you get down, 16 to 20 type levels, you're going to get not only more pockets of it, but more pieces per pocket. So it's kind of worthwhile. That's why we have our mine where we do. And someday we'll get back to that. As you guys have seen, though, we haven't been hampered by our tools on anything yet. Actually, this activity is, as you can see from the pick right now, it's the toughest on our tools, breaking all this netherrack. So it's something. Yeah, we'll want to have. Like I've said, I want to have a toolbox that's basically just, it depends. I guess it could go well beyond what I've ever done in any of my worlds before, but as a not impossibly distant or looking years out kind of deal, I think that a bin allocated to picks, axes, hatchets, and picks, axes, and hatchets, picks, axes, hoes, and shovels, and then another for swords, spare armor, beds, flint and steels, shears, all that kind of stuff, would be a good next one. So we'd have a third yellow chest of kit, and then if we ever get to some of those huge epic scale projects, at that point I could see having a full shulker of just picks or just shovels or something like that. But to get to that point, of course, we'd need a lot more netherite, ancient debris, and time spent in the lower levels of all these areas. But for now, it kind of seems that we're just headed for the roof in a land style we haven't seen yet too much in this world. Most of what we've seen has been very broken islands, and it may be that we go right on up to the top here without ever poking through onto a new area. What is our Y? 109. think let's go back. Not that we can't not that we can't continue up here as well, but as I've said, I like being a little lower in the hopes that we can get wide open shelves without, having to jump down and drop onto stuff or having everything seen but inaccessible. Okay, and then a bit carefully so we don't pop right through. Let's just do kind of an edge clear. See what we've got out of all this. It's interesting out there. I guess it's just closer and lit by the deal, but it looks almost like a different contrast or color of. Let's do that. Well, I was really hoping this would gravel elevator us down to whatever that quartz was hanging out on. Okay. Oh, full there already. No. What did I do? Where did I leave it back there, or did I put it in here? Come on. Shoot. Ancient debris gets a spot of honor. Oh, wait. That's a bad idea. Because we need to be able to pick these up. Guess we'll take these while we're here. What could I have possibly done with that? I don't think I took them out anywhere up high, did I? So it can't be really that far away. We just go back down here and it's down in the tunnel or something. Wow. How to be sloppy and lose stuff in Minecraft. Those. Alright. Now, while we're here, we need to do this. I know this is way early for a pick, but with all the quartz that we're gathering, we should be able to repair them up very easily. So why risk it? And this time, let's pick up the chest, shall we? There we go. Alright, I think we've still got more time, let's just warm up this pick by cutting down that corner. Well, that wasn't enough. Shh. So that was just the lighting off the lava, getting that kind of weird bridge out thrust of netherrack. And I keep thinking I'll round a corner and get some better view. May as well just make this easy all the way around. Alright, bit of food. Oh, remember, we got no gold. Oh. Every time we get something going, hey, look, there's more basalt delta. Ugh. Don't want it or need it. But we have some access to stuff up there. Well, this all seems pretty solid. What's this? And that. Oh, these should be fun. Checking. 54. All right, I thought so. I think this is a pretty good spot to hang out. So let me just share that last sip of coffee with you before we really wrap up. We'll kind of hang here and just say, I think we'll do our exploring upwards, if we can, wherever we can from here. See what we can do in the next one, but this gives us our anchor point. We know how to get back along this little trail, right? So we'll keep that as a good starting point for a new area in our next episode. Sorry, Gast. We'll save out. We're in an awful gas to take the elevator to the mezzanine. That's right. We will back for more exploration and gathering. But I think we got to the biome we wanted, so that was a big success in and of itself, and we grabbed a lot along the way. So already making good progress. Not to mention a little bonus piece of ancient debris. That's always fun. So you guys take care. Enjoy a break. Like I said, I'm going to take probably a couple hours here, but I do expect that I'll probably be back, depending on how things go, for something late afternoon, evening, and then more on Sunday. So you guys all take care. We will see you soon. Bye now.